Hello there, Pisces. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot forecast for the week of June 22nd through the 28th. I am using my Wildwood Tarot this week. Well, I don't know if it was last week, but pretty recently somebody asked me why I always use the same tarot cards. So I decided that what does it hurt to shake it up a little bit? So here we go. Wildwood Tarot, Monday, Pisces. You have the Ten of Arrows, and this deck, this comes up as instruction, learning, life lessons. It also comes up as the end of a cycle. So this is telling me that you have a situation in your life that you have basically learned everything that you care to learn from this, and now you're ready to graduate and move forward from that life cycle onto something else. So Monday, I feel like really the ending of a life cycle and moving into something different. This is a very positive thing. This is a place where you've really learned some things, and now seriously you're just ready to graduate and move on. What's the next big lesson for me to learn in life? So that's a very good card to actually have come up. It shows forward progress and momentum. Now Tuesday, what we have coming up is we have the Eight of Vessels. This talks about rebirth. Now the Eight of Vessels in this deck really talks about moving forward. There has been some things in the past that were kind of holding you back, sucking all your energy, drying, really depleting you. Now you're moving forward. You're hitting that rebirth period, kind of like coming out of winter into spring. In winter, there's not a lot of energy flow. There's not a lot of new leaves popping out. There's not a lot of new fruit popping out. Energy is kind of being conserved. But when you get into spring, you have the rebirth of everything. And Tuesday, we've got a rebirth time coming up for you, or opening up for you, I should say. A new phase of life for you, really coming together with this rebirth. And it's interesting because that ties in really well with Monday's card that talks about the ending of a cycle and learning the life lessons. Rebirth is coming into this new place where you're learning these new lessons and moving forward. And then on Wednesday, what you have coming up, another great card. You have the Eight of Arrows, but it's reversed. And the Eight of Arrows is telling me that there's something that you've been struggling with for a while. Just obstacle after obstacle coming at you, and yet you still have managed to keep putting one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, just totally determinedly, and keeping your hope alive that you would get to the other end of this trip or this journey. So, struggle, when it comes in reverse, that's telling me that this struggle is over. So Wednesday, I feel like this struggle finally ends for you. Now for like 80%, when this struggle ends, you've gotten to that goal or that target that you wanted to manifest. But for the rest of you, this is like 10-20%. The struggle just means, you know what, I've put so much energy into this, I'm so tired now. It's just a relief to quit fighting here. So that's the other way that I'm seeing this coming through. This does come through both ways. Like I said, usually it's victorious. Sometimes it's just laying down the battle, just saying, you know what, it's enough. It's time to stop. All right, so Thursday, what we have coming up is we have a King of Vessels in reverse. This is the Heron. So when I see the Heron, what this is telling me, Pisces, is that there's a situation in your life that is not a new situation. It's something that was new and probably pretty recently, and it had, as it was new, it had a lot of glitter and excitement and happiness attached to it. Kind of like a new Christmas present is all exciting and wonderful, and you don't want to let go of it when you're a little kid. You don't want to share it with anybody. That's what this thing used to be like for you, but what's going on Thursday is you're starting to realize that if you want to keep this thing going and going well, then you have to do a little bit of work with it. Now this could be a project, this could be a relationship, can go either way. But this is time to roll up your sleeves, roll up your sleeves and get to work to make this thing really keep on rocking and rolling. Because if you don't, this thing is just gonna sit there and stagnate. So it is going to take some work for you to keep it a nice positive thing in your life, whatever this situation is that this is talking about. Now, Friday, what we have coming up is we have the Nine of Stones. This is labeled as tradition in this deck, but really I see it as being in a nice Zen place, being very comfortable with yourself, with who you are. This is knowing your own authority. This is having a nice solid foundation under you, so maybe having a good support network. And this is also knowing your own wisdom and knowing your own strength. And as we learn these things about ourselves, we start to learn, hopefully, to be comfortable in our own skins, to be very comfortable with who we are. And so that's the place I see you on Friday. I just see you being very comfortable with who you are, which has a big impact on the way you live your life. It's a very good thing. Now Saturday, Queen of Vessels showing up. This card really, to me, when I see this is the salmon. The salmon is very intelligent in this card. Intelligence is noted here. But also the salmon is very self-sacrificing. Many times when they're swimming up a river to mate, they don't make it. It's a sad situation, but it's the truth. And so a lot of times when I see the Queen of Vessels on this card, see her depicted as a salmon, that tells me that you're going to be sacrificing something for that would normally be nice to have for yourself on Saturday to help somebody else out. So you're going to be hoping that by the sacrifice that you're making, you're helping someone else move forward. And that's happening on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I don't know if this is the same person you sacrificed for or not, but on Sunday you have another person showing up in your life. This is the King of Bows, or the Adder. Now the Adder, when I see the Adder, this is talking about a male personality, number one. This is talking about someone who's very creative, thinks outside the box, likes to do things spur of the moment, doesn't enjoy planning, will do planning when they have to, but doesn't enjoy planning. And this person is probably the expert in the field. Whatever it is that they work in, they are probably extremely good at it. And so this is just coming up that you're having an interaction with this person on Sunday, Pisces. So that is your week. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, feel free to check out my services, see which one fits you the best. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. Once you've looked around there, if you still feel like I'm the best reader for you, then go ahead and contact me and we will schedule something for you as quickly as possible. I will see everybody here again next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.